Hello everyone. We had gone through a light flavor of vibration uh, in previous video. With that information, what we got from that introduction to vibration, we will conduct the experiment related to vibration with the help of virtual lab. Today we are going to conduct the experiment for analysis of simply supported and cantilever beam with the help of virtual lab. Engineering, and in mechanical engineering you can able to find one lab, that is machine dynamics and vibration. Now when you entered on this lab, you can able to see there are different tabs are there. You can refer to the introduction, what is the lab all about. Then you can go to list of experiments. In list of experiment, you can see first two experiment, that is free vibration of cantilever beam and free vibration of simply supported beam. I will explain you how to go for free vibration of cantilever beam, and you are supposed to conduct both the experiment, free vibration of cantilever beam as well as free vibration of simply supported beam with the help of the same, because only there is a difference in stiffness of that element itself, otherwise rest of the parameters are remaining same. Now, when you enter to this free vibration of cantilever beam, you can first go through the theoretical part of that entire system. When the beam is there, which is simply supported, fixed on one end, and equivalent mass can be calculated, and that equivalent mass can be assumed as it is at the end of that cantilever beam. So we can go through all these parameters which we have already described. Then procedure, you can go through the procedure, but again we are not going to conduct the experiment as prescribed in this procedure, because it is merely a calculation only. So I will explain you how to go with. Now before experiment, you need to go through the self evaluation. What is your understanding about vibration? You can just assess yourself with the help of self evaluation. Go to the self evaluation, submit. There are very 5 questions are there. You can just go through and able to evaluate yourself, and take the snapshot of that evaluation and paste it in the experiment write-up as per our previous one experiment. When you go to the simulator, in simulator you can able to find there are number of tabs are there. So you can go through all the tabs, but not required. I'll explain you. So first tab, if you click on experiment n, so it will explain you, how this the GUI works. But you can go through that you can go through this speaking tutorial later on. Now for this all simulator to work, the Adobe Flash Player is required. So just check that it is working in your computer or system. Now when I click on experimental EXPR, it will explore me the different possibilities to conduct experiment. I will come back to this later on, but just I will show you the different tabs are experiment 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to conduct all this experiment, but with this tab only. But I'll show you what is there in this different experiments is. Now here you can able to see the material of the beam is I cross with the cross section of I, at which the mass is connected. End mass is 35 kg, whereas material of beam is steel. Cross section is I. Length of beam is 100. Now if you just click on start experiment, you can see the different parameters are given. Oh, omega d is given, displacements are given, then mass is given. With the help of that, you have to find out k. K is equal to k in case of stiffness. In case of cantilever beam, k is equal to 3ei by L cube. So you can able to find out value of k. So it is you can just mathematically calculate it. So we are not going to do all this experiment 1, 2, 3, 4. We are not going to execute. So instead of that, what we are going to do is we are going to conduct the experiment at this tab only. So now I will show you what is our write up, and according to write up, how we are going to conduct the experiment. So this is a write up of your experiment for cantilever and simply supported beam. You can go through objectives and apparatus theory part. It is well explained already, so I will not waste much amount of time on this. I will just directly go to procedure. Also you can read. What you have to do, you have to take the snapshot of the setting. Once you do all the setting on that tab, just take the snapshot, crop it properly and paste here at the place of diagram. Then most important is observation table. Now you can see this is the observation table for cantilever beam first. We will do the experiment for cantilever beam first, and then we'll go for simply supported beam. So in case of one, see what is observed and what need to be calculated. So you can see the parameters like Young's modulus, cross section of that beam. Cross section means whether it is I section, T section, L section, C section, likewise. Then what is moment of inertia I, that you have to just note down from that virtual lab. Length of beam, then mass end mass only you have to just write here end mass, and then rest of the parameter from serial number 6 to 10, 11 you have to note down from the virtual lab, as well as you have to do the calculations also, manual calculations also. And for that manual calculation, you can see the formulas are given for stiffness, natural frequency, damped frequency, logarithmic decrement, equivalent mass, and critical damping. All the formulas are given. With the help of these formulas, you can able to find out what is the calculated value, and just here you have to note down the values which is obtained from virtual lab, and here you have to find out the calculated values. Now this will be the one set of observation for one material. Either, for example, if you selected the material as steel, so for steel material, for this much parameters which are set by you in the virtual lab, you can able to note down the values from virtual lab, as well as you can able to find out the values with the help of manual calculation. Similar experiment you have to conduct for another material. It may be aluminium. So for aluminium, you can change the values. E will be given, cross section you can able to change. Is if for steel, if you have taken I cross section, for aluminium you can go for T or C or L cross section. Then moment of inertia will be given. Length of beam, you can vary the length of beam. Mass also you can vary, not necessary to take the constant weight, constant mass acting on at the end. And for the same, again you have to observe the values from virtual lab, and you have to calculate the values with the help of given formulas. Now I will come back to this. Now see here, what you have to do, you have to select the material, either aluminium, steel or bronze. For example, I have selected steel as a material. So steel, once you just take your cursor on steel, it will use the values of different physical properties of that material, that is density and Young's modulus. So from this, these properties are required. Then cross section, you can able to change the cross section. So first I will go for steel with I cross section, and when I move my cursor on cross section of beam, it will give me the different parameter, different dimensions, as well as moment of inertia Ixx and Iyy, as well as it will give me area also. Then what is the case? I can able to vary the length of beam. I can able to vary. I'll keep for this experiment as 1500. I can able to vary the damping ratio. Now I will show you what is effect of damping ratio. Here also, what we seen from the in theoretical part, we had seen what is damping ratio when it is 0 to 1. So in case of no damping, there will be zeta is equal to 0. When it is critically damping, zeta is equal to 1. So I will show you. So you can able to vary this damping ratio also. You can vary the end mass also. Now for this set of constant, or when you set this all these parameters, you can able to get what is equivalent mass of the this system, what is stiffness, what is damping factor, what is natural frequency, and what is damped frequency. That will be given by the virtual lab itself. So these values are given by the lab. That means experimental values are available. Now you can able to do the calculations also with the help of formulas. Now I will show what is effect of this damping ratio. You can just go on either graph mode or this experimental setup. I will go to the graph mode. Now in graph mode you can see the logarithmic decrement or constant decay in the amplitude is shown, as well as the fast Fourier transform of this displacement curve is indicated on amplitude versus frequency, where the damping frequency is given as 216.19. Now you can see when the system is damped or under damped, in that case damped frequency is always less than that of natural frequency. You can able to observe from this, damped frequency is less than natural frequency. Now just see, I'll just damping ratio, I will make it 0. Damping ratio is 0. When I consider the damping 0 means what? No damping is there, zeta is equal to 0. In that case, the system is continues to vibrate without any decay in the amplitude, and system is not going to damp anyhow. But as soon as I start to increase the damping ratio, you can see, you can able to observe there will be a logarithmic decrement in the amplitude of vibration. And if I go to damping ratio is equal to 1, what is called as critically damping. In case of critical damping, you can see there would not be any vibratory motion. The system which is excited, that will damped out and that will remain constant. So amplitude becomes 0. Now here over damping cannot be possible in this case. You can see over damping is not possible in this case. So now here you can see in case of critically damped, the damping frequency or damping frequency is 0. Whereas if you see when it is undamped, that is zeta is equal to 0, the damping frequency and natural frequency is matching. Whereas as the damping comes into picture, the damped frequency continuously goes on changing. And if I do any modification in the setting, the values here are going to change. If I increase mass, the equivalent mass is going to change. If I change the cross section, the stiffness and the different values are going to change. So this is what going to happen. So what you have to do, you have to keep all this parameter one set for one reading and just note down all these values and do the calculation. For second setup, you just change this material either from steel to aluminum or bronze, and cross section to something else which is used. You can change the length also. You can vary the damping ratio as per your desire. You can vary the weight also, and just note down the reading and do the calculation. And finally, you have to complete this entire observation table, do the calculation, and indicate the calculation for one reading in write up. Then write what is your conclusion about the experiment, and finally just here paste the self-evaluation screenshot. And finally, as per our convention, you have to just give the feedback of this experiment on Nodal Center of IIT B and just paste that feedback here. Okay, thank you.